The suspect accused of killing 22 people and wounding dozens more at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas, made his first court appearance today. Patrick Crucius pleaded not guilty. When he was arrested in August, Crucius told police he was targeting Mexicans. 8 people from Mexico were among the victims.
What would you do if it was your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone. So what would you do if it was your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone. It's just another day, Janie heads to the mall. Didn't know it'd be her last, but her brain didn't stall. Soon she heard a gun blast, she collapsed and made the call. Heard the gunner run past, and the body starts to fall. But in a second time, it wrecked her mind, and now she starts to ball. Says, I guess I'm dying, I'm just trying to make my last call. Till her mama finally answers, trying to stand there through it all. Right, well, Janie's running frantic, cause the gunner's in the hall. And she thought that she was safe, went to run into a stall. Told her mama it's okay until she heard her gun revolve. Mama starts to pray with every word she stumbles on. Don't let him take my child away, ain't no way I'll carry on. Remembering all the ways her and Janie used to bond. It was just the other day, she was taking her to prom. Finally found this one spot till the gunner pulled the rug. Mama heard a gunshot that was followed by a thud. What would you do if it was your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone. So what would you do if it's your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone. Danny's 42, swore he knew it'd be his death already. Lost a quarter to absorb a wound to the chest. Called his daughter, who he never really seen or met. Let the poor girl on foster while he fiend for meth. Years later, put the pipe down, finally turned his life round. Daughter shut him right down, don't want you in my life now. This is what I'm like now, still ain't got the right crowd. Needed you back then, so don't pretend that this is spite now. The phone keeps ringing, bones are tingling, so he bites down. Everything he sees just brings him closer to the light now. Gotta be a reason for the things that kept him quite proud. Starting to lose sight now, frightened from that bright cloud. Phone still ringing while he's gasping for breath. Don't wanna die alone with the past of regret. I can blame it on the drugs just as fast as the rest. I just wish you see the love from this casket I rest.
Have one new message.
First time that she got a call like that, there was something on her mind that said to call right back. And then she looked at her phone, seen the notifications. There was a shooting at the mall where she go on occasion. So she turned on the news, seen the list of victims, last name at the top, so she stopped to listen. Blind to herself, saying she not gonna miss him. Even though she went through hell, she had a lot to give him. What would you do if it was your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone. So what would you do if it's your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone.
New surveillance and what it now reveals about the gunman in the Dayton massacre. He ducks into an alley and puts on body armor. It was not long after he emerged from that alley, the shooting began, and this number tonight: 26 people shot in just 32 seconds. Among the dead, his own sister.
Billy's 22, knows he's facing death, but he ain't done it till he's through, gotta waste the rest. Only a couple rounds left, so he placed the tech to the top of his dome, then he braced for death. Then he stopped for his phone as he takes a breath, sits there alone until he paced the steps. Dial for his brother while he faced regret. How's he gonna tell her mother that he's facing death? Fuck that, yo, cause I ain't leaving alive. Time to show the whole world that I'm bleeding inside. So his brother texted back, didn't read the reply. He just said I gotta go without a reason to die. Now the gun's cocked back and he put it to his eyeball, crying out it's my fault. Voices saying why stall? Finally pulled the trigger with a moment's hesitation. Never got no help, never got no medication. What would you do if it was your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone. So what would you do if it's your last call? Would you take it to make it or just stand there and stall? Ain't no time for wasting with your cameras on. Soon as your faces hit the pavement, then the damage is gone.
Just across the street, as you mentioned at the top of the debate, is a theater where 9 people were shot and killed inside the Mother Emanuel Church. We all remember that day back in 2015. And every day in our country, over 100 people die from gun violence. You all have plans, I know, on this stage to address the gun crisis, but Congress has not been able to pass a major gun legislation in a quarter of a century. Just think about this. In those 25 years, we've had Columbine, Newtown, Parkland, Las Vegas, we could go on and on. Vice President Biden, I want to start with you. Why should anyone have faith that you're the one who can get this done now?
Because I'm the only one that ever got it done. nationally. I beat the NRA twice. I got assault weapons banned. I got magazines that could not hold more than 10 rounds in them. I got them eliminated, except we had a thing called an election with hanging chads in Florida, and it was not reauthorized. In addition to that, I passed the Brady bill with waiting periods. I led that fight. But my friend to my right and others have, in fact, also given to the gun manufacturers absolute immunity.